welcome to the Roger Report live on the Danny Rand was cool. Now, I'm gonna say this, y'all. When it comes down to it, this was a pretty good show where um Danny Rand is introduced as this man who is from New York, but he's as a child, unfortunately, he died. Well, he didn't actually die. People thought he was dead. Him and his parents were in a plane crash, but his parents were big time folks. Daddy, his dad, and dad's best friend, they created a company. Okay. And this company has gotten very big over time. They have created an institution, big business. They rich. Danny's supposed to be a billionaire. Okay. So his life is just not a normal life of a regular person or a regular kid. And unfortunately, with the fact that he died in a plane crash, his life just went in a different way. And he ended up being raised by monks because of a plane crash. And the fact that he's part of this world that you can only get to at certain times, and once you're not allowed to get there, it's like you had to wait 15 years to get it for this place to open up to people. So there's some mystery going on. Now, I do dig the mystery that's going on in these particular situations, and I like the story that Danny Rand has to deal with, being the son of billionaires. And his former friends, they just didn't accept him right away. So I do think this was written very well. Now, again, y'all, the last show I saw was Luke Cage season 1. So I'm gonna say this: this was a very good show. I did enjoy it. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this stuff was on Netflix years ago. Now you can find it on Disney Plus. You can find it streaming on Disney Plus. So I'm watching these shows that I've never seen before. Luke Cage was so good that it really didn't give Iron Fist a fair chance. Is Iron Fist a good show? Yeah, there's a lot of mystery going on. There's things that are going in directions that you don't really see them going in. Of a main character being part of the evil organization, the Hand, which has been dealt with in other series such as Daredevil. You didn't see that coming, but then, hey, the explanation is there's a good hand and there's a bad hand, but I'm part of the good hand. Okay, I'm not part of the bad hand. Hey, that's a likely story for anybody to tell. Now, I am going to say that Colleen, who Danny is really kind of falling in love with, which is cool. I didn't mind that. It was cool that Danny falls in love. But I was thinking about it. Has Danny really even been around women for any good period of time? Are there women in Kung Lao, or however you pronounce that? But I'm assuming it has to be, because how they reproducing over there if there are no women there. But he did say he took a vow of it's like some type of vow of celibacy he took. So I'm thinking, Colleen is the first woman he's ever been with. They didn't explicitly say it, but I'm thinking, where else would he have been with a woman? And you know what? I do like Claire is back helping as she continues to meet these humans with these incredible gifts and powers. And I like the way they are using Claire. Okay, it reminds me of when the Marvel Cinematic Universe started out and they were using Coulson to tie everything together when it comes to the movies. So now they're using Claire to kind of tie everything together when it comes to these TV series, because Claire has been in Daredevil. Claire has been in Jessica Jones, and she's definitely been in Iron Fist. I mean, it's not Iron Fist. Well, she's in Iron Fist, but she's definitely been in Luke Cage. So Claire is like this tie-in character where she's tying all these pieces together, which is a great thing, because Coulson became a fan favorite because of that type of stuff. So Claire being used to tie all this stuff together, and then Claire's played by the lovely Rosario Dawson, who just for some reason she just don't know how to look bad. Like that woman been super attractive for years now. So shout out to her. She still got it, as they say. Shout out to her for that. And the story they telling, the mysteries they're telling, the way they're uh infusing the kung fu and the stakes that people are facing in this particular show, I think the writers have done an incredible job. But I'm a person who was pulled into the Marvel Cinematic Universe when they first started, because their universe is just great and their writing team has been unbelievable. So I got to say, even though now that I'm checking out these Netflix shows, which I of course should have checked out years ago, but I didn't because they weren't necessarily canon. But now that I know they are canon, got to watch them all. And I don't know if these are the same writers that was doing things with the movies. I don't believe they were, but believe it were, because they was supposedly kind of separated. But they do have a great writing team, and they're using this world beautifully to tell the different stories that they have. Now, I'm gonna be honest. The Iron Fist is the he's the least of my favorite Defenders, which they're gonna be. I know they have a series called The Defenders, and I am actually researching what I'm supposed to watch first so I can watch this stuff in the right order. So he's my least favorite Defender because his story didn't pull me in as much as the other guys did. It was totally good. I'm not saying it wasn't good at all, but Luke Cage was just so good. And the fact that I just watched Luke Cage as the last series, it was just too hard for the Iron Fist to get his fair shine, even though I totally love this. So I'm a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm now a fan of these particular stories. I cannot wait to see more. So I will be reviewing more of these very shortly. Now, as a show, because they have done such a great job, ranking the television shows that I have watched this year, and this has been good. Okay, can't stress that enough. This has definitely been good, and if you pay attention, I'm only watching the good stuff at the end of the day. I can say that right now. So far, no show that I have watched this year has been a bad show. So I can stick to saying I'm only watching the good stuff right now. But as a ranking, I'm gonna say this. The Madness was a great show, but the superhero stuff is kind of winning out over that. If you pay attention to the things I've been saying. So now I'm going to put Iron Fist season 1. I'm gonna put that right behind Daredevil season 1. Okay, I'm gonna put this behind Daredevil season 1. Daredevil had great impact. It was the first show. It kind of set the world up at the end of the day. Iron Fist has done a fantastic job, but in comparison, the character of the Daredevil was written to be just more compelling. As far as, and I maybe it has something to do with the fact that he's a blind man and he's using these sonic vibrations to do what he does, but it's been more compelling. Danny's story is a little bit different because he's a billionaire. Now let's keep it real. It's harder to relate to a billionaire than a person who became a lawyer. Becoming a lawyer is probably a lot easier than becoming a billionaire at the end of the day. So another great show by the folks over at Marvel. I cannot wait to see these people mix into the larger Marvel Cinematic Universe as far as the movies are concerned. I hate that it kind of took so long because I would have liked to see them mix it up with some of the original Avengers, but I guess we're not going to necessarily see that because the original Avengers have kind of quote unquote broken up or whatever. Iron Man has already passed away. We have Black Widow, who's also passed away. Captain America is an old man now, based on what he did with timelines and things like that. So we may not get to see him really mix it up with the original Avengers, but maybe the Hulk will do something in the future. Maybe Thor, he's still out there. Don't know what's going to happen with Hawkeye just because of contractual issues. So don't know what's going to happen with that. I can only hope for the best. But another great series by Marvel. They have been doing fantastic work, and I can't say enough good things about them. So that's where I'm coming in with this one. So right now, as far as TV shows I've seen this year, I'm putting Luke Cage season 1 as the top one. Superman and Lois season 4 will come in at number 2. Invincible season 2 will come in at number 3. Daredevil season 2 will come in at 4. Jessica Jones season 1 at 5. Daredevil season 1 at 6. Iron Fist at number 7, and Madness at number 8. So all great stuff from this point forward. So y'all, I will be dropping more content like this. So if you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be giving plenty of it to you. And if you like the regular Monday through Friday show that's done, I'm gonna say check that out too. Check that out, because hey, it's great content all over the place on this channel. So hope to catch y'all there. Make sure you subscribe. If you don't know, I am your host. I am Roger. I am right, and I am out.